Hey, welcome to Loft 801. My name is Diego, and today I'm talking about Oppenheimer. It is a biographical drama directed by Christopher Nolan and was released on July 21st, 2023, the same day as Barbie, hence this lovely shirt. If it wasn't obvious by the name of this movie, it is all about J. Robert Oppenheimer and his help in creating the atomic bomb. Stay tuned, there are another 17 of those sound bites. Just kidding. Before I hop into my review, if you want to support the channel, then please take a second to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you, I really appreciate it and all the support this channel has gotten over the last couple of weeks. As a thank you for helping me break 100 subscribers, I will be giving away $100. To enter the giveaway, you have to be a subscriber and you have to leave a like and a comment on next week's Talk to Me review. I will announce more details on that video. As a warning, this review will contain some heavy spoilers, so continue at your own risk. Lastly, if there's something that you want to see reviewed, don't forget to let me know by leaving a comment down below and I will get to it slowly but surely. Thank you. I'm hopping in 3, 2, 1. There is a lot that I loved about this movie. For starters, the acting in this film is so S tier. This is one of those movies where having a star-studded cast really paid off. Christopher Nolan, man, you did great with this casting. Cillian Murphy plays the man of the hour, Oppenheimer, and he steals every scene he's in. The eyes this man has are insane. I feel like he's piercing through my soul. Putting his intense gaze aside, I have to commend his depth. Cillian Murphy is a star. He delivers a captivating performance, blending a sense of duty and personal issues. Seeing his gradual progression from scientific advancement to bitter remorse is incredible. I have zero doubts that Cillian Murphy will win the Oscar for Best Actor in a leading role. In fact, I'll go a step further and say some of the supporting cast members may also win. Robert Downey Jr. and Emily Blunt are flawless in their portrayals of Louis Strauss and Kitty Oppenheimer. For the longest time, I wondered what it would be like to see RDJ act in a role other than Iron Man, and I was not disappointed. From hero to villain, he is a cunning and conniving man, and when he needs to deliver emotionally, he executes. John Krasinski, you should be very proud of your wife and her performance. Despite the hell Robert puts her through, Kitty remains dutiful to her husband and protects him when it matters most. If I got cheated on, I don't know if I could do that, but each to their own. The rest of the cast members helped bring this movie to life. Every single actor and actress delivered stellar performances. There were a lot of them, so here are some notable ones. Matt Damon, Florence Pugh, Josh Hartnett, David Dastmalchian, Benny Safdie, Rami Malek, Jason Clarke, Emma Dumont, Jack Quaid, Devin Bostick, Josh Peck, Sadie Stratton, and so many more. It didn't matter if their screen time was 30 minutes or 30 seconds. Everybody got the memo and came to serve. As I said earlier, there is a lot to love about this film, so let's talk about the breathtaking cinematography and production design. Looking back on his filmography, Christopher Nolan is one of those directors that knows how to make a beautiful film. Visually, I believe Oppenheimer ranks with the likes of Inception and Dunkirk. What I really liked in this movie is the way he was able to portray a sense of existentialism and morality through natural lighting, 65mm large format film, and practical effects. His decision to not use CGI in Oppenheimer makes this movie look and feel real. Considering most modern movies and TV shows, Oppenheimer is a breath of fresh air. Christopher Nolan is a director that I admire because he understands. It is incredibly hard to make CGI feel authentic, emotional, and threatening. If you need examples of how CGI can harm movies, there are plenty of Marvel and DC ones that you can pick from. Now, I think the craziest and coolest part about this movie is how Nolan recreated an atomic bomb to scale and dropped it. Just kidding, he didn't do that. He used a combination of lens distortion, pyrotechnics, paint splatters, and variable frame rates to create the monumental event of this movie. Seeing the bomb go off was I was entranced and on the edge of my seat. Adding to the emotions this movie made me feel was the score and abrasive sound design. I kid you not, it had me in a chokehold. Ludwig Göransson composed the score masterfully. It was an immersive experience for me and made the movie feel larger than life. I'm telling you, my seat in the theater was shaking and I could have sworn the music was reverberating through me. On top of all of that, the sound design was nuts. Stingers and Brahms were used to perfection. The movie just kept getting louder, and louder until silence. Now, I thought the movie would end right there after the bomb dropped, but no, it kept going, and I'm glad it did. Oppenheimer physically begins to comprehend the destructive power of what's been created. Hammering home his emotions, the score and sound design are deafening as he experiences a dissociative panic attack. That scene is pure cinema to me, and it will be remembered for years to come. When it comes to its runtime, Oppenheimer was a little lengthy, running for 3 hours. For a lot of people, this is an issue. For me, not at all. I could watch an 8-hour movie, and if it kept me engaged all the way through, I would walk away from the theater as happy as a bee. I am very much pro lengthy movies as long as that runtime is used well. Luckily for me, in Oppenheimer, it is. I enjoyed the direction and pace Nolan took as he told Oppenheimer's story. I loved the establishment of his character and communist affections and how his political views began to evolve the older he got. I enjoyed the build up to the bomb, and I enjoyed the ending of the film as Strauss is politically destroyed. More importantly, I believe this movie did a wonderful job using its runtime to hammer home its themes of existentialism, maturity, and morality. I would not have been as invested in this movie and Oppenheimer as a character if it would have been 90 minutes long. I feel this movie was paced well enough to let each cast member breathe life into their character and make me care about the creation of the atomic bomb. Now, I only have one teeny tiny complaint, and it is the exact same complaint that I had for Tenet. There are some points in the movie where the sound design is so abrasive, I can't hear what the characters are saying. Really, my critique is on Nolan's film style and his desire to provide an authentic auditory experience to his audience. He has stated before that he wants audience members to actively engage with his movies, and that is a good idea, but I promise you I am paying attention. I just can't hear. This was a much bigger deal for me in Tenet because I felt like I missed out on a lot of core dialogue. In Oppenheimer, it's more of an occasional annoyance. Now, there is one more complaint that I want to bring up, but it's not really my complaint. I was trying to research why people didn't like this movie, and a big part of it was the non-linear storytelling approach that Nolan took. In this manner, Oppenheimer is again a lot like Tenet. It jumps back and forth between different moments of history, which can make the story hard to piece together, or at least confusing. I won't be considering this in my final rating, but I am sympathetic to the people who thought this was an issue. I think there's a bit of a disconnect between the average cinema viewer and Nolan. Again, he wants us to actively work to enjoy his movies, but most audience members aren't used to that. I'm certainly not, and I definitely prefer linear storytelling, but for this movie, I didn't mind the jumps between the past and the present. I felt these jumps helped set up the masterful ending of the film between Einstein and Oppenheimer. The self-centered pursuit of greatness leads to isolation, and in this case, the inescapable truth of destruction unleashed. Oppenheimer was a beautifully made film. Christopher Nolan did a fantastic job with this symphony of emotion and responsibility. The story of the bomb and its horrifying destructive power overwhelmed me. Nolan's star-studded cast executed every scene to perfection. Cillian Murphy will win an Oscar for his performance, and supporting cast members like Robert Downey Jr. and Emily Blunt have a good chance too. Everyone, and I mean everyone, brought their A-game. This movie had me mesmerized with its beautiful combination of practical effects and masterful score. Every scene engaged me, and when the bomb finally dropped, I was entranced. Oppenheimer was an experience that many modern movies have failed to deliver me, and I can happily say that I recommend this movie and would watch it again. If you don't like lengthy movies and slower buildups, then this movie might not be for you, but I'd still urge you to give it a chance. Thank you for listening to my review of Oppenheimer. If you enjoyed the content and want to support the channel, then please take a second to like and subscribe. If you did not enjoy the content, thank you for sticking around. You are a trooper. As always, I would love to read what you have to say, so make sure you leave a comment and let me know what you're thinking. Also, if you ever want to see something reviewed, don't forget to let me know by leaving a comment, and I will get to it slowly but surely. Now, don't forget that I'm giving away $100 on next week's Talk to Me review. You have to be a subscriber and leave a like and comment on that video to be eligible. Lastly, if you want to see some more from me, you can check out my vlogs linked up above or my podcast, Good Friends. Again, thank you for watching. My name is Diego, and I will see you next time.